The human body is composed of millions and millions of cells, and each and every day these cells divide to maintain growth, development, and function.
But there are some cases where cell division messes up and the results are abnormal disorders and genetics. An example of one particular cell division error is the cause for 95% of Down syndrome. This example is called Trisomy 21 or chromosome 21, the link to Down syndrome.
Usually for every cell there are 46 chromosomes, 23 from mom and 23 from dad. The process in which chromosomes are sorted and packaged to be passed on to the parent's offspring is called meiosis. In meiosis, when one cell divides into two, the pairs of chromosomes are supposed to separate so that one of the pairs goes to one cell and the other pair goes to the second cell.
Sometimes, however, the pair of chromosomes do not divide and the whole entire chromosome goes to one spot, and this is called non-disjunction and occurs in meiosis 1 and 2, allowing for an uneven number of chromosomes for the two resulting cells.
For non-disjunction that happens in meiosis 1, the homologous chromosomes don't separate and transfer to one of the two cells. The result is that for the 4 haploid daughter cells, 2 cells will each have 24 chromosomes, while the other 2 will have 22 chromosomes.
And for non-disjunction that happens in meiosis 2, the sister chromatids from one of the two cells will not separate, resulting in one cell having 24 chromosomes of the 4 haploid daughter cells. Remember, meiosis occurs in ovaries and testes, so its sole purpose is to produce sex cells like eggs and sperm, so non-disjunction can occur in the eggs and sperm. In Down syndrome, the cell that has 24 chromosomes due to non-disjunction have two sets of the 21 chromosomes. Let's say, for example, that there's abnormal mature eggs that has 24 chromosomes, and there's a normal mature sperm that has 23 chromosomes.
During fertilization, when egg and sperm combine, the fertilized egg will have abnormal amounts of chromosomes. The fertilized egg will have 21 chromosomes, since it gets 2 copies of the chromosome from mom and 1 copy from dad. But there are also other rare forms of Down syndrome. For example, mosaic Down syndrome and translocation Down syndrome.
Mosaic Down syndrome is where children have some cells with an extra copy of chromosome 21, and this happens after abnormal cell division after fertilization. Translocation Down syndrome is when a child has some cells with an extra copy of chromosome 21, and this happens when chromosome 21 becomes attached onto another chromosome before or during conception. These have the usual 2 copies of chromosome 21, but they have another portion of chromosome 21 attached to another chromosome.
Depending on the severity of Down syndrome, there can be a variety of symptoms, like for instance flattened nose and decreased muscle tone. Most of these symptoms can be identified by the doctor through ultrasound right before the baby is born to see if the child has Down syndrome or not. There is no cure for Down syndrome, but proper care for those who have it can allow them to live independent lifestyles depending on their physical and intellectual abilities. People with Down syndrome obviously learn differently and view the world differently, but just like everyone else, they are capable of so much more.
Created using Powtoon.